we're back with another video, and it's a bonus video because it is Memorial Day weekend, the unofficial start to our summer, and I thought it'd be fun for you to have something to do over this weekend. So I have two crafts to share with you. The first one is going to be a patriotic sun catcher. This one we're going to start with, and it's really easy, simple. You probably have the things on hand around the house, and we're going to start with that one. And then the second one is a patriotic nightlight candle holder vase. It's basically whatever you want it to be. So let's start with the sun catcher. So what you're going to need to have on hand is a couple of sheets of clear contact paper. You're also going to need something for the frame of your artwork. I'm choosing this blue color. It's actually blue. I know it kind of looks purple, but it's blue. You're going to need some blue and red tissue paper or other patriotic colors, red, white, and blue, whatever you would like to go into your frame. Possibly some sequins or little glitter things that might be fun to do too. Maybe you have some paper cutouts like star-shaped hearts, things like that. And if you would like, at the very end, you can also put like a little note card in your artwork that says thank you, kind of a little message, so that when you put your artwork out on your living room window so that people that are walking by can see it, they can see that little message and they'll know that you thought of them when you were making this creation. Okay, I've talked long enough. Let's get started. So the first thing you're going to do is take the color of your frame, whatever color you're using, and you're going to fold it in half. And then use your scissors. I don't know if I told you or not, but you do need scissors too. So using your scissors, you have the fold here, and this is the open side. Our next door neighbors are doing construction on their home right now, so it's going to be a little bit noisy. So what you're going to do is cut in from the fold and go all the way down. It's actually kind of nice to hear the noise because it has been so quiet. It's kind of nice to hear all the noise going on and seeing people out and about. I'm kind of enjoying it. Heard the gardeners this morning. You know, we had the construction workers going on next door. So I actually don't mind it too much. Okay. I have a magical frame. Is that cool? Okay, so now we get to start with our creation. So you're going to take your contact paper, to peel back your contact paper, and then you want the sticky side up. So you might have to have your grown-up help you with this part because it does get a little tricky. So you have the sticky side up, and then you're going to lay down your frame on top of the sticky portion of the contact paper. There we go. Oops. All right, now we get to have fun with the tissue paper. And this skill of tearing the paper is actually great for the little ones because it strengthens their fingers, and so when they're using or holding a pencil, tearing the paper makes those muscles strong, so it's a lot easier for them to grasp a pencil. So tearing tissue paper or any kind of paper is fun. So you're just going to lay your tissue paper down on the sticky portion of the contact paper, and I'm going to put some red on here as well. And you could also blow it up in like some little balls and put that on there. Here we go. Kind of sounds like your birthday or some other holiday with this ripping of the paper. Now, I think what I'm going to do is add a few sequins. So I have these patriotic little sprinkly sequins. I'm going to sprinkle some of those in there just to jazz it up a little bit. Make it extra sparkly. Okay, so the last part is to take the second piece of contact paper, and then you are going to seal your creation in with this contact paper. And I found that if you cut the edge off of the contact paper, it opens up just a little bit easier. Oops, see how sticky it is? All right. Smoosh, smoosh, smoosh it all down. Extra gets along the edge, just use your scissors and cut that off. And it will be ready to hang up in the window. And before you seal your creation with this second piece of contact paper, that's when, if you want to, you can write a little message and put it in your sun catcher. And that way people who are walking along in the morning or the evening, they can see the little message that you put inside. Isn't that pretty? It's really, really fun. It's the front and it's back. It's all nice and secure. And there you go, your Patriotic sun catcher. All right, my friends, I'm going to clean up this portion, and I will be back with our second craft, so sit tight. Okay, I'm ready to start part 2 of our craft, and this one is going to be a Patriotic jar, and you can use this jar as a vase. You can use it as a candle holder. You can put like an LED, one of those little tiny LED candles in here. So let's get started. It's super easy and it's really pretty and super fun. So what you're going to need to have is a jar that's nice and clean and dry. This is just a pasta sauce jar that I had on hand. So I washed that up. It's nice and dry and nice and clean. You're going to need some Mod Podge or some white glue that's been thinned down with a little bit of water. Of course, some craft brushes, sponges, something like that, so you can put your glue onto your container. Some sequins, Patriotic sequins, and I have, it's an LED necklace that I'm going to use as my light up. You can just use an LED candle, whatever you would like to use. If you don't have on hand anything that's patriotic like this, you can use tissue paper, you can use glitter, you can use whatever you have on hand to decorate your container. Maybe you want it to be purple or pink or silver. You can just go ahead and use glitter as well, whatever you would like to do to make this your own creation. So all you're gonna do is take your glue or your Mod Podge, and you might have to have your grown-up help you a little bit with this, because you do have to hold it and also apply the sequins. So it might be a family project. So you're going to put a good amount of glue onto your container. You don't need to put any onto the bottom. You're not decorating the bottom. And I found that it's a little bit easier to work in sections when you're doing this. Because it does tend to dry a little bit. I'm gonna add a few more in here. You can also roll your jar into your container that's holding your sequins. That works too. Whatever you want to put your sequins on, and it works, that's great. There we go. And the Mod Podge or the white glue, it dries clear. So the only thing that you're going to be left with is those pretty sequins or glitter or the tissue paper, whatever it is that you're putting on your project. So if you dip it like that, that works too. And then you just do the whole entire container this way, all the way around. And you can take your time with this. I'm just going a little bit quickly because I have a little bit of a time constraint as I'm making the video. But you definitely can take your time doing this. And I'm going to clean up all of these extra sprinkles and save them for another craft that I'll be doing later. And then afterwards, what you do is just go ahead and let this dry a bit. And I like to go over it a second time with the Mod Podge or the glue after it's dry, because these little sprinkles or whatever you're using, they tend to be a little bit rough, and so when you pick up the container, it's kind of textured, and I just like to have it a little bit more smooth. So after this is completely dry, just go over it again with a second coat. Let me show you the one that I finished. So you have this one, and this one's been hanging out for a while, so you're just going to go over it a second time with the glue or the Mod Podge. And that way it not only seals it in a little bit better, but it also makes it a little bit smoother to the touch. And you just kind of tap, tap, tap it all over and seal everything in. See, like that. Because I just don't like the way that that feels when you pick it up and you have those bumpy things hanging out. And then it, like I said, it will dry clear. So after that's all done and it's been drying for a little while and it's all clear, then what you can do is decorate the top. I have a scrunchie. You can use a ribbon, whatever you would like to do. I just have a Patriotic scrunchie. I thought that'd be kind of fun to put on here. So you put that right there. And you pop in, my necklace. See if it'll fit. I should be able to. Turn that on. And I have a nice little night light for my room. Is that cute? Very fun, very simple, little Memorial Day craft that you can do with probably just some simple stuff that you have on hand. All right, my friends, I am going to clean up. I am a very sparkly, sticky mess. I'm gonna have to get the vacuum cleaner out and clean up everything. I had a lot of fun doing these crafts with you. I hope you have a really great Memorial Day weekend and stay safe, and I will see you in our next video.